Hey YouTube, welcome to part 2 of the rattle stand video. This time we'll finish the body of the stands, leaving only the heads for part 3. I hope you enjoy it. I've got all these legs cut for the stand now, and they've got to be welded on for the upright like that. Upright's round, legs aren't, so they need to be notched to go in on the upright. Now I've done one, put a bit of a round on him. There's a reasonable gap there, I can weld into that. Not a great welder, but I'm pretty confident that I can fill that up without any trouble. So I'll just show you how I did that. I don't have any notching tools. I got this old grinder here that I move around wherever I need a smallish grinder. And there may be better ways to do this, but this is really the only way that I know to do it. And it worked okay for me. I just started on there at the angle that it's going to sit. Took a marking pen and moved it around the pipe just to mark the curve of the pipe onto the SHS. So obviously we don't want to cut that much out. The line gives me a guide. I want to leave these corners right where they are. I don't want anything off the corners. And I just want to follow that line. So basically I'm going to be grinding out that little piece there. And on this side, same deal, leave the corners where they are. Take that piece out. So you don't need to colour it in. You can probably eyeball it from the line that's there. I'll get the air grinder running to dress these up ready for welding. That's got this little scallop made so that we can get down into that and fill up all the gaps. That'll weld on there quite nicely. As you can see, I've clamped 2 of the arms together and the other one's just sitting there. But they're laid out exactly 120 degrees apart, or at least I hope they are. I'm basing all that on the fact that those cuts in there are pretty much right. And I've gone through and I've measured the distance between all of the corners, and they're all within 1 millimetre of each other. So I figure that's near enough for the purposes of what we're doing. Now the plans call for 1 by 8, but I didn't have any, and this project's meant to be built from scrap. So I've used 1 by 1/4, 3/4 by 1/4, sorry. That's 20 mil by 6 mil. Since it's being built by scrap, we use what's on hand. That will be a little bit harder to bend, but I think I can manage it okay. I'm going to do one first, and if it doesn't work out, I can grind it off and see if I can find some better material to make it out of, but I'm hopeful that this is going to work just fine. Alrighty, let's see what we can do about welding this up. And I forgot my welding gloves for that. It's a bit warm towards the end. That last weld was quite good, the others are a bit iffy. But I'm going to flip him over and weld the other side as well, so she'll be fine. Another bit of welding rod, waste not, want not. And before I weld him onto the pipe though, I better go and prep the surface where it needs it. Okay, the arms and the upright are all prepped, ready to weld. I'm going to weld them on, and then after they're welded there, I'm going to see if I can bend them to the required angle. Sounds like the zinc's melting on the inside. Some of those tunes dropping down through the bottom. You see the white powder. Well away from me, thank goodness. And the answer to the problem of how we bend this is, of course, leverage. Let's have a quick look at that. That's not far off. Bend the next one, add a lever, and apply force. That looks pretty even to me. So now it's just a matter of deciding how far down I want them. That's too far, that's about right. Now the plans say how far down, but again the plans are a guide. I don't pretend you should build them exactly to the plans, and given that we're building out of scrap anyway, it becomes highly irrelevant. So plans are a guide only. Alright, since I don't have a proper jig, I'm just going to do the best I can to weld these up. I'm using some of these corner clamps to hold it together while I get a tack on it. It's not the best, but it should be okay. I've measured everything carefully, marked it, had the square on it, levelled it all up. Just want to spot a thin pillar rod on it. Alright, that should hold that. Alright, I'll get tack on this one. Okay, that'll hold that. Alright, get around, tack these other sides, and now I can go ahead and weld them. Okay. How to hold these at a good angle. Yeah, that goes. It should be alright. Yeah, so that'll certainly hold. All of them. Not so much because it needs it, but more because I want to see if I can do it. I'm going to try welding this side. Terrible weld control, but actually the weld didn't turn out too bad. I did get the tungsten at the end. Alright, let's give that a go and see what the oh yes. Yes. I can go with a little bit less stick out on that, I think. That's about it. Yes, excellent. See how we do this way. Came down. You know, as well on amperage. Put a spot more at the start of that where she didn't get any. Next thing I need to do is put a tack on these to hold them in, and then I can go around and weld them. I've got a pretty decent fit up at the tops, so I'm hoping, given a reasonable choice of amperage, that I'm going to be able to tack them without needing any filler, because I need to hold them in. Get that tack. Oh, just barely. Put a bit of filler on him now that I've got him held in there, put it on the other side. The zinc bubbling away inside. Okay, that one's reasonably well tacked. This one will be the next easiest one to do. Starting to get a bit hot everywhere. I might need another welding glove so I don't go touching the wrong spot. Now, if I can just get a tack on him. No, that didn't work at all. What else can we do then? Maybe, if I make there like that, I might be able to use some welding rod on him. That's tacking. Try him without any rod. Yes, got him. Yeah, it's reasonably even. A little gap to fill on that one and on that one. Use a thicker rod on them. It should be right to weld. Actually, I might use try a thicker rod on all of them. Yeah, I think the thicker rod did me some favours there. I'll stick with him, see how it goes. I'll put a weld across there just to neaten him up. There's one stand. Got to put the feet on him yet. Alright, take him over, put him aside, and I'll weld up the other one. I'll do the other one off camera. Alright, it's time to weld some feet onto these stands. Cut them up and prepared them for welding. I didn't worry too much about rounding the corners just yet. Let's give them a quick hit with a grinder after we're finished welding. This is putting the thread on the stands now. Just weld the nut on there and use the bolt through it to line it up, and then the bolt's going to be the tightening mechanism. Because I've already got the stick welder set up, that's what I'm going to use for the job. Which means I don't have to grind the galvanise off so long as I've got a good fan to suck the fumes away. I'm going to flush the hole before I get a tack on it. Another one on the other side, another hole. How do I hold it? I'll show you two ways to make the bolt to lock the stands in place. This is an old long cup head bolt. Put him in this blacksmith's brace, making sure I don't damage the thread where I need it. Now ideally you'd heat this up, but I don't have my forge done yet, and I don't have any oxy, so I'm just going to try and bend him as is. A bit quite nicely, around about 90-degree bend on him. There's the handle for my locking nut. And nice and easy, that one. And here's the other way to do it. This time I've got a short bolt. I'm going to put him in here, but I'm not going to tighten him very much because I don't want to damage the thread. I've got a bit of scrap metal. Anything will do. I just got this out of the rubbish tin. So we need a couple of tacks each side, just to hold the handle there. And that's in there, ready to use as soon as he's filled down enough. Nice little handle, saves going and finding yourself a strainer every time you've got to loosen or tighten the stand up. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, you can click on the link in the video to download the plans. I'll be uploading the third and final part next week. Until then.